Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you doing today? Not too bad, not too bad. We've had some gorgeous weather lately, and it really saddens me that I haven't made it outside. Now, I'm just busy in the house, you know. I'm a homebody, like literally. And really, I should be out walking and, you know, checking the pine trees. I really need some pine needles. And, you know, if you've seen my channel and previous stuff, you see I love walking through the trees. I love, well, the trees we have. I love walking through the pasture, through the fields, you know, and just everything, just nature. But for some reason, winter comes and I'm not very outdoorsy. Well, we haven't had snow, so we couldn't go sledding. And, you know, it's just been a very mild winter, even though we were 70 below just a few months ago. I don't know if we hit 70 yet this week, but it was supposed to hit like 60, upper 60s. Just gorgeous weather. And then today, it's wind. Like, where I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to do today. You know, you have all those plans. Wind. I hate the wind. I hear it, and it almost, like, brings me down. You know, certain things depress people, like wind. Hearing that wind, that howling, it just, you know, it's like vitamin D. Pop some more vitamin D. Yeah. It's crazy. It's really crazy, but yes. But anyway, we are doing number 3 of the Wildflower and Bee soaps. I think there's only 4. I think there's one that I was gonna put in it, but it's a little late, so it will come out so much later than these that I think it's just gonna be one of my, you know, here you go, here's another soap. Because it won't. It'll make gardening time. Yeah, gardening time. Speaking of gardening, there's a fragrance oil tomato something. I can't remember what it is. It's on Wholesale Supplies Plus. But Nature's Garden has a new one. I don't know if it's called Bistro or what, but it's supposed to be like pizza scented. And unless I read my email wrong, but I was just like, that would make for an interesting wax melt, wouldn't it? Like the kids come home and they're like, ooh, pizza, spaghetti, and it's like, nope, it's the wax melt. Sorry, I had to throw that in there because I just thought about it. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, so I think there's only 4 of these Wildflower and Bee soaps, which is fine. It's a great collection. What was I going to say about it? Oh, but this one is the Wildflower soap. And as a kid, I always wanted to buy that packet of seeds. It's like a bigger packet, and it says Wildflowers. I just wanted to scatter it all over the yard. But with my luck, it wouldn't grow. However, we have some neighbors, and they always have this row. You know, so they have their trees, their bushes, whatever, and then they have this row of scattered wildflowers. I mean, it's just beautiful because it's just different colors. It's the yellows and the pinks and the purples and all the different things. And so this is what this soap is crafted after. And I'm just glad it turned out. So 3 things: dream big, be true to you. You are worth it. And let's go check out this Wildflower soap. Okay, these are pieces of soap that I have just cut up, and I had about I think it's 23 ounces. It was like half, not quite half my batch of what the soap batter was. So don't do this part. I totally spaced this. I did this in the watermelon, wacky watermelon soap a while ago. It was a round one. I used cold water, and this time I was like, oh, I'm going to use hot water because these soap pieces are so old. Like, they go back to, 3-4 years. Okay, so they're not that old, but they're old. And I thought, I'm just going to rejuvenate them. Oh, geez. It was so gross. I let them set for like 5 minutes, which is it. but that was so gross. If you're going to do this, do it in cold water, or maybe just, the water ratio that I use, the 38%, it's probably fine, in the soap calculator, not literally, but you know what I mean. Probably would have been fine. I don't know, but I was worried it was going to cause problems with my soap. So it wasn't the best idea I had, and I don't even know why I did it. Like I said, the time I did it before, I've thrown stuff in before just plain, and I've, and the wacky watermelon, I remember soaking it in cold water just for a little bit. But whatever. Onto this soap. This is the Wildflowers soap. Wildflowers. Like I said, I love walking and you see colors in the field. The safflower, I can't name them all. Sunflowers, the roses, the, little bluebells. Even the yarrow, There's just so much, and it's so pretty, and this was just my take on it, if you want to say. The fragrance oil for this is Wild Heather and Thyme by Brambleberry. The colors, but this green is Crapola. I think it's Green Vibrance, because my notes are not here. Oof, duh. Wow, okay. And as for why I am adding my fragrance oil now, it is because I got all flustered with that chunky mess in the bowl up on top that I forgot to put my fragrance oil in before adding my colors, before splitting off the batch and mixing colors in. So that is the only reason, that I was pouring it separately. I mean, really nice unisex scent. Okay. I mean, I know the bars aren't going to be the, what every man would like, but this fragrance oil is very, very nice. It'd be great in a shampoo bar. But yeah. Okay. So there's my mess, and there's my batter. It's like funfetti cake batter. It literally was. I was so worried. Like, it was chunky, and I was worried they were going to stick together, and I didn't want that, and I was kicking myself for not just dumping them in there dry. Should have just dumped them in there dry. And if I ever say I'm chunking something in the mold, this was literally chunking it in the mold. It was so crazy, But I wanted it white. I wanted the colors to pop, because this is a butter blend. No, this isn't. Oh my gosh. I have to tell you this. This is what I screwed up so badly when I was planning these. Making one of these a coconut-free soap. Okay? So when I was working out my batter and all this stuff, I decided, I was like, oh, we'll just make the wildflower one. We'll make that one coconut-free, right? And it's like, I can't. Because these embeds contain everything odd a soap could contain. They could contain oatmeal, lemon peel powder, orange peel powder, pumice powder, almond oil, not to mention all the coconut oil I've used in them. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is not going to work. I got it done. I was in the mold. It was in the seed popping. And I went, what the heck did I just do? Like, I just ruined my batch of coconut-free soap. So stupid. Like I said, this thing was all sorts of screwed up. My grandson loves it because when you see it, it reminds him of rocks. And he's the rock collector. And he's already got a new idea for me on how to make this with the sediment layers and the rock layers. And oh, he's so cute. And I might have to try that with him. But I'm going to make him cut up all the soap pieces, because that is a chore. Seriously, it's a chore. So the top is just the green, a green layer with, you know, the little bit of white, just swirled it in. And then I have these cute little embeds. Again, these are the roses and the little flowers that I put on the Cowgirl Tuff. And if you remember, those were blue. I think I had to use a blue one. I had that one blue left over, remember? And yeah, so I had to use had to put the blue. But this mold doesn't have any markings, so I just put my ruler on there and did a really good guesstimate of where these flowers would go. Just on top. Just, you know, so it's not hellaciously girly, you guys. It's not. They're pink flowers, but I don't think I made them purposely pink. Is this what we made for the embeds? It's great if you have your little embed mold sitting around, because if you have just that little bit left over. I don't always have a little bit left over. I think I was making something for something else and, you know, whatever. But made pink embeds. Maybe I did this on purpose. I can't not remember. I can't. It's probably in another video and you've seen it, and yeah. And that is the top of the Wildflower soap. And I bet you just can't wait to see the inside. So interesting enough, for as long as it sat, and as gray as it looks, it was soft. Super duper soft. Like unbelievably soft. I can't even stress it enough. Just soft. So hard. It was almost so soft it was hard to cut. Does that make any sense? I know that doesn't make sense, but that's how it felt. And I was really worried about how long they would take to cure, because I'm sure a lot of it had to do with the water content in them, you know, with soaking and not being able to strain. I got most of the water, you know, strained out, but yet not. And, you know, it was oofta. Just oofta. But aren't they cute? Aren't they just cute? Like, I think they're adorable. I really do. And of course, this is what they looked like after I just cut them. They had to sit there for like a couple days before I could like smooth out the edges. This is the scent description for this crazy bar. And here is the bars after they are cured. They're still kind of on the gray, but they're really, really cute. And as always, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.